So hello, love. So I'm here again to tell you a little bit more about the book, which is called Twice the Afterlife, Living the Magic and Mystery of Heaven on Earth. It's going to be published in yet not even 2 days, a day and a half from now. It'll be published on Amazon in an ebook, in a paperback, and also in hardcover. But I just want to tell you a little bit more about it. I've had people ask me, why are you writing this? In fact, every book I've ever written, this is my ninth book, and I've written, children's books, and I've illustrated children's books, and I've done a self-help book, and I've done a couple of spiritual books, and now this book, and I've done a novel series, which is really fun. But I've had people ask me, why do you do that? Because people are always curious about people's creative endeavors. Why do you do this? Part of this is, there's a lot of different reasons why I've written this book. But ever since I wrote the first book, I started that almost over 15 years ago in 2009. Is that 16 years ago? 16 years ago in 2009, I still wanted to tell this story because part of the story, which is in that book, is also illustrated in this book as well. But the gist about how I live my life and what it is I do comes from what I gained in my near-death experiences. And as I wrote this book, it took me 2.5 years to write this. I discovered something, that everything that I know about myself, that I give credit to because of the near-death experience, has actually always been a part of who I am. Some of it was kind of my dreams and my ambitions as a kid, from the time I can remember being about 1.5 years old or something, where I really discovered that I'm a healer, where I discovered that I'm here to express love and to generate that love in other people. And love to me is peace and harmony and joy and compassion and truth and abundance and health, well-being, and we can talk about that another time. But it is all these things, all these attributes of what is the source energy of which we come from. And so that's the heaven of which we live within, because we all have that here and now within our lives, every single moment. So I wrote the book for people who are wondering about, goodness, there's so many people in our lives that pass on, and we're like, okay, are they all right? Is everything okay there? Maybe there's something we experienced with them that was unfinished business, and I can help you. I've written pieces throughout the book to help you understand how they feel and how they experience their lives there, because they've continued on. They're just in a different form that they were in. They're just not in human form any longer, but they're still there. And they're on our behalf as well. And so there's that. There's also, maybe you have a concern about yourself. What's it going to be like when I pass on, when I move into this next dimensional field? What's it like? And there's nothing frightening about it. It's actually quite beautiful, quite wonderful. And I've helped a number of people cross over. Family members, friends, animals. I've helped a lot of beings come to a place of peace and understanding that it's an easy transition. It's not difficult. But it's getting there that's hard for us, because we have to work through a lot of things that we're working through sometimes in order to get there. But we can live our lives in this place, in this heavenly realm, and this place of knowing that we are supplied and supported with everything that we're needing now. It's not just something outside us, it's within us. So I oftentimes say to you, we're all in this together. And one reason why I know that that's true is because when I was in that next dimensional field twice, I saw and experienced everyone I'd ever known, all my ancestors, anyone I'd ever touched base with, anyone I ever communicated with, including my animal family was there, ancestors, people I'd ever come across with, someone who touched my life in some way, the plant world, the beauty and the elegance of life itself. It's all there. And it was there for me to experience the amazement of what it is. And when I experienced what I experienced there, I became one with the source of my very being. And then I'll tell you the story through the book because it happened twice. But coming back here, it's my knowing that the life that I experience now is included with all of that. So we can have this heaven on earth through living in the present moment of ourselves. We live within a momentum of which we take our lives into this grander journey each and every day. And we all have an opportunity to make each and every experience something wonderful, or we can make it not so wonderful, because I've certainly done that, a lot of that too. But every opportunity is right there in front of us. We can take every experience. I've written about people that have touched my life just in a short conversation that changed my life. I put their stories in here too. I've written about, certainly about the 2 near-death experiences, but I've written also about things where I almost didn't make it because there was some circumstances that were incredibly dangerous that I was in. And somehow I knew what to do because I tapped into my intuition. I tapped into this deeper sense of myself. We all have that. I wrote this book for you to know that you have all these things and so much more in your own way to understand how magnificent you are, the beauty and the grace of who you are. And when I say that we're all in this together, not only are we all, do we have these tremendous ancestors of which we know, but here's something that is really cool. I come from a whole lot of well-known people. I have a lot of well-known ancestors. And because of that, I know their backgrounds. I know their history, their ancestry. And here's like, my husband and I are related in 4 different ways. One way is back into the 1200s in England, and another is clear back into the 700s in France. We have the same common ancestors in a lot of different ways. And almost everybody I meet, if you understand your background and your ancestry, you find that you're related. So we're all related. We're all connected. We're all a part of this. And when we understand that, then we realize, oh, you know, how amazing life is, how amazing we are. Then we come from a place of where we don't see the differences. We come from a place of maybe gathering together to know the wonder of each other, to come from a compassion, to come from a place of the joy of what we experience, come from a place of love, because everything comes from love. Or the opposite of that, when we choose to believe that is the opposite of that, which I believe is fair. So, this book is all about love. This book is about moving through challenging experiences, which were tremendously fearful at times. But something happened where I just knew what to do, how to do it, or the people I was with guided me along the way. And I'm here to tell their stories and what I learned from them, and I continue to share that with you. The book itself is about twice as big as this. This is just a little sample book. It's about twice as big as this. It's really pretty. It's shiny, and it'll come out in all 3 forms of a ebook, a hardcover, and also a paperback. In less than a day and a half, you can have it too. And the cover art is this art behind me. This is a mandala, of which is some of the types of work that I help people create in my Art and Soul Masterclasses, which are coming up too. So that's something else that which you can work with me in, and you can discover even more magnificence within yourself of your own creativity and the own wonder of what your life can bring you through art, through creativity. And if you think you're not creative, I got to tell you, oh yes you are. Yes you are. So those are things that we'll talk about at another time too. But please know how much I love you. And the reason why I wrote this book is for you, because I want you to understand your own magnificence, your own goodness, that the dreams that you have, the vision you have for your life, that which you're really seeking to be is also seeking you. And maybe you already lived the wonder of this life and you share it with other people. I'm here to celebrate you. But whatever it is we're doing in life, we're all here on purpose. We're all here with meaning. We're all here to celebrate life with using our gifts and talents, to share life with other people, to serve other people in our mission through our calling, in whatever it is that we're doing, and how we can do this with a really magnificent way of being by saying yes to life, saying yes to each other, by supporting each other along the way, and knowing full well that we can do these magnificent things together. And we do not have to live in separation. We do not have to live in isolation. We do not have to be in a place of where we think someone else is wrong and someone else is not good enough. Because most of the time, whenever we're challenged with anything, it's because we think we're not good enough. So I say to you today, oh yes you are. You're good enough. I believe in you. And if you don't believe in yourself, believe in my belief in you. That has helped me with a lot of people who have done that for me. And I do that for other people through my coaching work, through this artwork, even through this Art and Soul Masterclass. I hope people believe in themselves to see this magnificent wonder of who they are. And I hope that you find it in the book that you read, in this book that you read, or read one of my other books. I've got 9 of them now. So have some fun with some of the others as well. There's children's books. There's a 4-part novel series, which there's another novel coming along the way here soon. And there's another children's book on the way too, which is really fun for me to do. So there's a lot coming, and that's exciting. That's the creativity of which I can step into and share that with you even more so. So I send you lots of love. Please know that you matter. Please know that you're magnificent. And may you understand the wonder of your life and how you serve the world, and how that light that you shine, the love that you extend, the beauty and the grace and the joy and the compassion that you have for someone else makes an enormous difference in other people's lives, in your animal family's life, in the life of the earth herself, in the plant world, in the beauty of our beautiful planet. It all matters. And so, I send you lots of love, knowing that this is just the beginning of this message, and it's going to become even greater still as we continue on. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.